Yeah, I got something for y'all, man. You know, everybody's doing lean and Vicodin and all different kind of like drugs, coffee, um, all this different type of stuff. But I just seen something, and the weird thing about it is, it's like it seems that everybody that's doing it are CEOs, head of companies that's doing really good. So I'm thinking, is this stuff? I mean, maybe it's real. Maybe you should try it. I mean, I know you guys seen the movie Limitless, right? When the guy took that pill and he was seeing all this different type of stuff. Well, they said they have these pills out and that they're not that expensive. And look, go into this. Check this out.
With grand claims. So, we've all heard of smartphones, smart cars, smart watches. What about smart pills? Bioengineered supplements with grand claims of boosting brain power and sharpening focus. But do they really work? Here's ABC's Chief Business, Economics, and Technology correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis. From late nights out to early morning meetings.
The black on black.
30-year-old Erin Finnegan says this is the secret to her work hard, play hard lifestyle.
I'm bi-coastal, so I'm a lot of times traveling. This is the only one that I take with me, though.
Nootropics, also known as smart drugs, supplements some claim enhance brain function, helping to improve memory, focus, maybe even make you brilliant. Bradley Cooper went from 0 to 100 in Limitless, but some saying it's not fiction, touting benefits from increased focus to mental stimulation. Scale of 1 to 10, how much smarter do you?
And you seen that one girl. She is like an entrepreneur. She's not just somebody taking, man.
On nootropics.
10.
Startups like NutriBox, co-founded by 29-year-old Jeff Wu, are helping to rebrand smart drugs as part of the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry.
If there's one really smart person in the world, great, we have another Einstein. But if everyone was super smart, there's like an exponential amount of innovation going on.
But as these supplements become more mainstream, some doctors are questioning whether the claims are too good to be true. What are some of the concerns about nootropics?
The lack of controlled trials, the lack of rigorous scientific research, and the lack of studies that actually try to study all of these different types of nootropics and certain combinations all together.
Nootropic stacks, mixes of individual components, can include anything from caffeine and L-theanine to herbal supplements to paracetam. How did you get interested in nootropics?
I wanted to be smarter. I grew up very competitive and wanting to be the best version of myself possible. So active ingredients of our nootropics are coming through these tubes.
4 years ago, Jeff was working at a venture capital firm when he started digging around the internet and experimenting.
We were tinkering with things from laboratories from China.
So you're just on the internet, ordering things from China and wherever else.
Yeah, it was
getting them and trying them?
Honestly, in the beginning, it was very experimental.
Today, it's become more than just a hobby. Business is booming. Plus, he's caught the attention and financial backing of top Silicon Valley titans. Inside the...
Did you hear that? Did you hear what now you see what I'm saying? These not just small-time players. These are big-time players doing this. So maybe we should switch over, man. Maybe we should get into this. Leave the cough syrup and what is that, codeine and stuff alone and get into this, man. Maybe the raps would be tighter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the songs would be hitting harder. Just imagine if I don't know. Maybe Drake is taking this because he's tearing the radio to pieces. But let's say if somebody like a young Mozzie or somebody like that start taking something like this and kind of slow down on the weed and the cough syrup, or Soldier Boy start taking this, I will buy that album.
Tightly controlled lab, his team is pumping out thousands of these little pills every day.
So how many different pills are you making here?
So for our company, we have 4 different four different types of stacks.
Pills that claim to do everything from promoting immediate clarity, energy, and flow to enhancing memory, stamina, and resilience.
But the whole notion is approaching the human body as if we were from an engineer's perspective. So optimizing shortcuts to being better, more productive versions of ourselves.
You wanted to be a better human?
I think we all want to be better versions of ourselves. I think that's one of the distinguishing factors of being human.
Exactly.
It's a good pitch, but Shark Tank didn't bite when Jeff and co-founder Michael Brandt brought it on the show.
It scares the hell out of me. I've tried nootropics. That's what people use to go on 48-hour coding binges. But at the end of the day, you're left with a headache, lack of recall. Sometimes I'm worried about the long-term consequences, and so I'm out.
Although they're said to alter brain...
Yeah, but that's how you feel when you don't take nothing and you worked a 12 or 18-hour shift. You have a headache. You tired. So what's the difference?
Nootropics are not labeled as a drug, but as a type of dietary supplement, meaning they don't need FDA approval.
Nootropics are not FDA approved.
Everything that we do use is FDA generally regarded as safe, which is the highest level of safety that the FDA gives for all things that one can consume.
Does it ever concern you that the mixture of these things could make them unsafe?
No, because that's where our science team, which consists of actually practicing doctors and MD PhDs, walk through that and actually validate any cross indications.
But despite this confidence, some caution nootropics could have side effects, many citing the lack of studies about long-term impacts.
There are also interaction. There may be one of the many ingredients on there that may interact with your blood pressure medicines, or it may interact with something else. So that's why we always recommend discussion and approval by the treating physician.
It's not just the tech world clamoring for these little life optimizers. Entrepreneur Aaron Finnegan swears by them.
Sounds good. All right, thanks. It does sustain the speed that I'm going right now and the many things. I would have to take a couple things off my plate if I wanted to keep going without them.
She takes one every day.
Nutru, gold and silver. How do they make you feel?
It's not like a, like press a button and like turbocharge, like all of a sudden you like switch into nootropics mode. I found that it just helped lessen the like time it needed to switch gears.
This is where I keep my nootropics.
Megan Klimman is a self-proclaimed biohacker who's been experimenting with nootropics for years.
I keep a little phrenological head full of modafinil for, time that you need additional focus during the day.
We toured her lab where her team analyzes human tissue. On a stressful day, she says she'll take about 8 to 10 pills.
Before I found the NutriBox, I had like 12 different ones that I was taking, but those 12 different ones are really like summed up in these really well.
And there are plenty of others like her.
The problem is, again, we just don't really have all the data to support whether or not these individual agents or in combination work to improve brain health.
Going from like this to this.
29-year-old Eric Matzner created his company Nutru after becoming fascinated with what he discovered online.
If you're going to be a biohacker, is to learn how to find the right pills and the right brands.
He showed us his morning routine. He takes more than 60 supplements a day.
So I do about probably like 3 or 4 handfuls like that every morning.
So are smart drugs the future? Many here seem to think so.
We're talking about a new type of science. We're taking these things into our own hands, but also to proactively try and go from baseline to above.
You couldn't keep doing the lifestyle that you're living right now without them.
I would not like to find out.
For Nightline, I'm Rebecca Jarvis in
Fuck
San
that
Francisco,
shit,
California.
Forget that. San Francisco, California, forget that. Hey, man, I'm about to get some of that shit. For real, because I be slipping right now. Right now, falling asleep. Supposed to did this, supposed to paid that. Sleeping, supposed to showed up here late. Imagine if you can do all of that and you don't even know you're doing it. Just like sometimes you be driving and your good song come on, or you listening to like a book and a certain part of the book's a good story, and you will drive miles and you don't even realize you even drive it. Imagine a pill you can take. Imagine a pill you can take that you done did your shift, you done paid bills, you done worked out, and you don't even know you did it. You don't even know you did it. That's the shit I want to take. That's what I want. Forget the other stuff. I mean, shit. They wasn't even drinking coffee. They was taking it, and all of them started their companies. These people started companies. Now, anybody that started a company, I want to listen to. That one guy, he was only 29. He said he was taking a handful. Pow. I'm going to give me some today. Out. Peace.